What's up everyone, my name is Farid, you guys already know that. Please watch this video with earbuds or headphones for better enjoyment. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and ring the little bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Please follow me on social media and relax and enjoy. Father's Day is a celebration honoring fathers and celebrating fatherhood, paternal bonds, and the influence of fathers in society. In Catholic countries of Europe, it has been celebrated on March 19, St. Joseph's Day, since the Middle Ages. This celebration was brought by the Spanish and Portuguese to Latin America, where March 19th is often still used for it, though many countries in Europe and the Americas have adopted the US date, which is the third Sunday of June. It is celebrated on various days in many parts of the world, most commonly in the months of March, April, and June, according to the home nation's customs. They complement similar celebrations honoring family members, such as Mother's Day, Siblings Day, and Grandparents' Day. A customary day for the celebration of fatherhood in Catholic Europe is known to date back to at least 1508. It is observed on March 19 as the feast day of Saint Joseph, who is referred to as the fatherly Nutridor Domini, nourisher of the Lord, in Catholicism, and the putative father of Jesus in Southern European tradition. This celebration was brought to the Americas by the Spanish and Portuguese. The Catholic Church actively supported the custom of a celebration of fatherhood on St. Joseph's Day from either the last years of the 14th century or the early 20th century, apparently on the initiative of the Franciscans. In the Coptic Church, the celebration of fatherhood is also observed on St. Joseph's Day, but the Copts observe the celebration on July 20th. The Coptic celebration may date back to the 5th century. Father's Day was not celebrated in the US outside Catholic traditions until the 20th century. As a civic celebration in the US, it was inaugurated in the early 20th century to complement Mother's Day by celebrating fathers in male parenting. After Anna Jarvis's successful promotion of Mother's Day in Granton, West Virginia, the first observance of a day honoring fathers was held on July 5th, 1908 in Fairmont, West Virginia, in the Williams Memorial Methodist Episcopal Church South, now known as Central United Methodist Church. Grace Golden Clayton was mourning the loss of her father when in December 1907, the Monongah mining disaster in nearby Monongah killed 361 men, 250 of them fathers, leaving around 1,000 fatherless children. Clayton suggested that her pastor Robert Thomas Webb honor all those fathers. Clayton's event did not have repercussions outside Fairmont for several reasons. Among them were the city was overrun by other events. The celebration was never promoted outside the town itself, and no proclamation of it was made in the city council. Also, two events overshadowed this event. The celebration of Independence Day, July 4, 1908, with 12,000 attendants and several shows, including a hot air balloon event, which took over the headlines in the following days, and the death of a 16-year-old girl on July 4th. The local church and council were overwhelmed, and they did not even think of promoting this event, and it was not celebrated again for many years. The original sermon was not reproduced by the press, and it was lost. Finally, Clayton was a quiet person who never promoted the event and never talked to other persons about it. In 1911, Jane Addams proposed that a citywide Father's Day celebration be held in Chicago, but she was turned down. In 1912, a Father's Day celebration was held in Vancouver, Washington, suggested by Methodist pastor J.J. Barringer of the Irvington Methodist Church. They mistakenly believed that they had the first to celebrate such a day. They followed a 1911 suggestion by the Portland Oregonian. Henry C. Meek, a member of Lions Club International, claimed that he had first come up with the idea for Father's Day in 1915. Meek said that the third Sunday in June, was chosen because it was his birthday. The Lions Club was named him the originator of Father's Day. Meek made many efforts to remove Father's Day and make it an official holiday. On June 19, 1910, a Father's Day celebration was held at the YMCA in Spokane, Washington, by Sonora Smart Dodd. Her father, the Civil War veteran William Jackson Smart, was a single parent who raised his 6 children there. She was also a member of Old Centenary Presbyterian Church, now Knox Presbyterian Church, where she first proposed the idea after hearing a sermon about Jarvis's mother in 1909 at Central Methodist Episcopal Church. She told her pastor that fathers should have a similar holiday to honor them. Although she initially suggested June 5, her father's birthday, the pastor did not have enough time to prepare the sermons, and the celebration was deferred to the third Saturday in June. Several local clergymen accepted that idea, and on June 19, 1910, the first Father's Day sermons honoring fathers were presented throughout the city. However, in the 1920s, Dodd stopped promoting the celebration because she was studying at the Art Institute of Chicago, and it faded into relative obscurity even in Spokane. In the 1930s, Dodd returned to Spokane and started promoting the celebration again, raising awareness at a national level. She had the help of those trade groups that would benefit most from the holidays. For example, the manufacturers of ties, tobacco pipes, and any traditional presents for fathers. By 1938, she had the help of the Father's Day Council, funded by New York Associated Menswear Retailers, to consolidate and systemize the holidays. Commercial promotion. Americans resisted the holiday for its first few decades, viewing it as nothing more than an attempt by merchants to replicate the commercial success of Mother's Day, and newspapers frequently featured cynical and sarcastic attacks and jokes. However, the said merchants remained resilient and even incorporated these attacks into their advertisement. By the mid-1980s, the Father's Day Council wrote, "Father's Day has become a second Christmas for all the men's gift-oriented industries." A bill to accord national recognition of the holiday was introduced in the Congress in 1913. In 1916, President Woodrow Wilson went to Spokane to speak at a Father's Day celebration, and he wanted to make it an officially recognized federal holiday, but Congress resisted, fearing that it would become commercialized. U.S. President Calvin Coolidge recommended in 1924 that the day be observed throughout the entire nation, but he stopped short at issuing a national proclamation. 2 earlier attempts at formally recognizing the holiday had been defeated by Congress. In 1957, Maine Senator Margaret Chase Smith wrote a Father's Day proposal accusing Congress of ignoring fathers for 40 years while honoring mothers, thus singling out just one of the 2 parents. In 1966, President Lyndon B. Johnson issued the first presidential proclamation honoring Father's Day, designating the 3rd Sunday in June as Father's Day. 6 years later, the day was made a permanent national holiday when President Richard Nixon signed it into law in 1972. In addition to Father's Day, International Men's Day is celebrated in many countries on November 19 in honor of men and boys.